Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Paige, this is Seeking Alexandria, and guys, the time has finally come. We are about ready to cloak ourselves in pinkness as we dive into the new collab from Morphe and Jeffree Star. This is something that was so requested from you all, and I'm super excited because not only do I have the palette, but I also did pick up one of the Set and Refresh mists, and I also picked up the little eye bag full of his brushes. Guys, that's really what this video is just going to be about. What do we need to do other than dive into this palette and talk about all the good things? I got nothing else to say, so I'm thinking we will go ahead and get started here with the palette and read some info first. Now, as far as the descriptions go, I will be reading everything for today off of the Ulta website because for some reason I cannot get the Morphe one to load, so that's where I'm pulling all the info from, just if you are curious. Now let's go ahead real quick and throw up some of the real brief overview of all three products just so you guys can get the swatches, the up closes, so on and so forth, if that's what you're looking for. The palette we will do first, that is a $35 palette, and again it is the Morphe and Jeffree Star Artistry palette. It comes in 30 shades, and it does appear to have a range of shimmers, mattes, and a glitter shade in there, which is beautiful. I'm really a big fan of the overall color presentation in this one. We will get into it here more in a second. Now next up we will dive into the eye brush set, aptly named the Jeffree Star Eye Brush Collection. It is $42. You get 10 brushes and the bag, again for $42. It does come in a variety of profiles. You have another eyebrow brush, which he already did. It is a fantastic brush, and then a bunch of other brushes from eyeliner to fluffy crease brushes, detail brushes, again, so on and so forth. We will dive more into those here in a bit. And then finally we have the Jeffree Star Set and Refresh Mist. Now this spray does retail, like I said, at $18, and their original version of this, which is amazing, that is only $16, so this one is $2 more. My guess would be because it's the Jeffree Star collaboration and that's like his cut of it, like his portion of the money. But I will tell you, the original formula of this, if you're like, hey, I don't care what it smells like, is it good? The original is one of my top 5 favorite setting sprays of all time. I think it is so good, and it presses everything into the skin, and it's just, oh my, it is magical. The mist is amazing, and I'm also not gonna lie when I tell you guys that this little spray right here, girl, when it came in, ooh, lordy. My mom and I were both in my office, and she's like, well, what's in there? And I just opened it up, and I said, oh, you know, this is supposed to smell really good. So of course my mom and I were like, girl, we gotta take a little gander, a little sniffy, and let me tell you, it smells so good. Like, how about we just take just a little bit right now? Like, oh my god, you guys, it just smells so friggin' good. It does still have that classic, like, nice mist to it, but the fragrance on it is so delicious. Now, if you don't like a sweeter smell, if you don't like a robust smell or something that is noticeable, you will not like this. I'll tell you right now, because it definitely is a present smell. This is for the type of person that likes a nice, bright, perfumey, but sweet kind of smell in their skincare or sprays or what have you. But oh my god, it smells so good. From here, let's go ahead and dive back into this palette because obviously we are going to get the eyes going here in just a second. For me, I think this palette does have a couple pros right from the beginning that I really enjoy. I like the color. I like the fact that it would pop right out of your makeup collection. It's very noticeable. I also really like this full pan size or almost full pan size mirror here. It's a big old mirror. Now, when it comes down to the shades, I do have a love and hate relationship with these. I like the color story. I feel like there is definitely a little something in here for everyone except for blue. I mean, there's really nothing in that range. You have a couple of like light browns to kind of terracotta browns, but there's nothing in here that's overly neutral. I definitely feel like this is gravitating more toward like the pink, purple, and then a little green. Like there's a shade or two for everybody kind of thing. For me, what I was really shocked at though was that in his reveal video, the one thing that Jeffree Star kept talking about is that he wanted to offer his shadow quality at the price point of a Morphe, and your girls worked with I think every single Jeffree Star shadow that has ever been made, and I don't feel like these, especially in swatch, are up to that par. Again, just my personal opinion, and obviously it's just a swatch. I know we don't put all the emphasis on swatches, but for me, when I was using these, I was kind of shocked at the fact that they are not as buttery as you would expect. Like the shimmers were not as silky smooth, and the mattes were nice, don't get me wrong, but a couple of them, when I applied them, they did have kind of a chalky feel. And these are little elements that when it comes to his shadows from his brand are not the case. I mean, his are always the silkiest and so smooth and so rich in pigment and beautiful. And so I did notice, like right from the beginning, a difference in that feel and that texture. Again, obviously we are going to apply, but something that I wanted to put out there. Now, I think that's everything as far as all the little details go. Let's go ahead and bring you guys in and let's do an eye look. Like, let's just do something. Let's just do a little something because I'm feeling it. Now, when it comes down to my eye look and the colors that I'm drawn to, just so you guys know, it's not that I don't like these shades right here, but they're definitely not like my favorite. Wow, I'm drawn to those kind of colors, so I probably won't use them. And it's just something, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't want anybody to be like, oh, well, why didn't you use them? Are they not good? For me, it's just like a color preference as far as what I like and don't like. I think I'm gonna start off actually with this shade right here, the shade Honest Truth, and I am going to take that on one of his brushes from this collection, the JS8, and I'm going to focus that on the inner portion of the V and just kind of go like right up in this region with it. I really, really like this color. It's really beautiful. It has this light but still like kind of vibrant but soft, vibrant feel to it. And I'm just going to take and kind of fluff that all up into that region right there. Oh wow, blend it out. That's really, I really like that color a lot, and it builds up beautifully too. And I'm taking it up nice and high toward my brow bone just to kind of help open up the inner area of my eye right there. I am getting a fair amount of kick up in pan, so these are definitely on the softer side. So next up though, on the same brush, I want to take the shade Pink Fleet, which is this really nice, I would almost say like hot purple, like it has that nice kind of undertone to it. I was playing around with colors. It's this guy right here. And again, same brush. I'm just going to take and I'm going to throw that on the outer portion of the eye and kind of blend the two together, because my thought process was I wanted to start off with something a little more demure on like the inner portion of the eye and then kind of flare it out and just kind of give it something a little poppy out here. And this purple is actually really pretty. I was a little bit worried that it would be a little patchy, but it's not. It's blending beautifully. Also, if you guys see a friggin' housefly or a bug or a mosquito or whatever you call it, if you see that thing drive through this frame, or boop, you drive, toot toot beep beep, but if you see it come through this frame, I apologize. I can't kill that thing. I've tried. Oh, have I tried. From there, I'm going to take, again, on the same brush, I want to grab the shade Mogul, which is this deep purple, and I want to put that just on the outer V, I think, and just kind of deepen it up. I don't want it to be super present. I more or less just want to deepen up the outer V we already have a little bit and just add a little bit of depth to my high crease. Now from here, I'm going to grab a little bit of the shade Lynn, which is this bone colored shade right here, and I'm going to take that and blend out the upper, what do you call that? Like the upper brow bone area, and I'm taking this on the JS11, which is kind of the flat packery type style. And I just want to have some way to kind of blend out those colors. Oh wow, that had a lot more pigment than I thought it would. Okay, whoopsie daisies. I'm just kind of taking that and blending it down and around this area just to kind of fade everything together. Now from here, real quick, before I go on to the rest of the lid, I want to grab the shade Wand Noise, which is that little flick that he has, the orange color. And I'm going to take that on the JS13. And I'm going to take and stamp that kind of along the lower lash line, stamp slash drag, because technically it is a shimmer, but I really love purple and orange together. And I think those two colors will look really, really nice to complement against one another. I was a little bit shocked that there wasn't an orange in here that was a matte orange. Like the only orange is this one. Now I'm going to go in here with the JS6, which is another little fluffy one from the palette. And I'm going to go back into Honest Truth, which is the shade that we worked initially, the first one through the crease. I'm going to take that shade underneath of that orange shimmer just to kind of blend it down a little bit. I feel like that shade, Honest Truth, is going to pair beautifully with like literally every color in this palette because it's just a beautiful color by itself. All right, so everything is nice and blended out, and I wanted to do the lower lash line before the upper just to get kind of a feel for the light and whimsical of it all. Like if I was going to deepen up the lower, I wanted to kind of balance it on top, but I really like the lightness that I have going on in both top and bottom. And I keep looking at the shade Dog Mom, and I feel like this is like a shimmery version of that first kind of coral shade that we worked through the crease. And like, look at this color. It's so beautiful, and it's almost like a light, like if you took a vanilla or like a light pearl pink and added like a boop of an orange, that's kind of this color right here, and it's so beautiful. And I think that's the shade I want like all over my lid. So now I'm just taking my Too Faced glitter glue and I am putting this all over the lid, and I'm running it up pretty high into this inner area right here, because you guys know I love to really open up the eye. Really press that little ditty on there as well. Oh, that's a beautiful color. Yeah, this one, probably my favorite shimmer in the palette. Yep. I love the color. It's beautiful, but it's still soft. It's impactful. It doesn't feel chalky. A couple of the other ones really feel chalky, and that's pretty. Debating at first if I wanted to add like another shade over here to deepen it up, but I really just love that light fade. You guys know most of the time I'll bridge with another color, but just like look at the nice light kind of shimmery veil fade right there. That's perfect. Like I really, oh my God, that literally could not have come together any better. Oh. Now you could also go in with a little bit of the shade Welcome, which is that bright shade. We could pop that like right in here. This is just kind of all playing around at this point. If you wanted to add a little bit of brightness, I don't think you have to, but if you're trying to really, really emphasize the brightness, I always end up grabbing when I go in with my highlight, like when I highlight my face and whatnot, I'll always throw that on the inner corner, and a lot of times I'll lightly drag that up in this area anyways, but oh my God, like that is so beautiful. And I feel like once you add this, the lower lash line just pops that much more. Ooh, it's so pretty. All right, guys, so at this point, what I'm going to do, I'm going to force myself to stop. You guys know a lot of times I'll be like, and I'll just keep adding like a little depth here, a little brightness there. But I really love this light kind of wearable, but like bright poppy color combo. And I feel like if you mess with it, like if I add any depth to it, I'm not going to like it as much as I like it right now. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to finish up the rest of my face. You guys know the drill. And as soon as I'm done, I'm going to stop back on, give you guys my final thoughts, opinions on the collection, the sprays, the palettes, all that good stuff. So hang tight and I will be right back. And all right, you guys, I am back and this is the finished look. And I have to say, as far as like a color complexion and the way that these blended together, I am obsessed. And I know I've said it 100 times, but that first shade that I worked through the crease right up here, I love that color so much because like in real life, I don't know that it translates to camera, but it has such a beautiful, like light kind of buffing out quality to it. And it worked so beautiful with like a nice hot pink, even deepened up with a purple. On the lower lash line, it paired beautiful with that orange. Like that color, I just love it so much. Now, as far as the palette overall, because you guys are probably not going to buy an entire palette for one color. So let's discuss what I think as an overall with this. I do feel like for $35, what you're getting is a lot of option, which I really like. I appreciate the fact that there are a lot of choices in here. Again, for the price, 30 shades, 35 bucks. They're just over $1 per shadow. Now, according to my math here, it says that this entire palette is 1.79 ounces of product, and if I divide that over 30 shades, you do get 0.0596, so you actually do get a nice amount of product per pan on here, which is great as far as the amount. So there are a couple things working to its advantage. For me, I just feel like we could have spiced this up a little bit more. Now, as far as the overall quality, I think they're okay. Do I think that you are going to get the Jeffree Star experience in this palette? No, I don't. Like, I'm just going to be honest with you. I feel like you are getting the Morphe experience. Now, as far as do you need this in your collection, obviously it depends on what you already have, but I'm kind of left wondering like what in here is super, super unique that makes it like wow, stand outy. And I just kind of keep coming back to the same, like, yes, it's a Morphe palette. It's in collaboration with Jeffree Star, but there's nothing about this that really stands out aside from like one or two shades. I do love the eye look, but there's nothing in here that's like, wow, like the quality for the price, or like, wow, the colors are super unique. Like, for me, there's just not like that one thing that really makes it like drag me back in. As far as the quality of them goes, I think that the shades are okay. The mattes blended out nicely. They do have a lot of kick in pan. Pretty consistently over all 3 or 4 of the mattes that I used, there was a lot of kick. I didn't have too much issue with fallout, just a little bit of glitter from that shimmer shade, not uncommon there. I don't feel like the consistency though between the shimmers was really a thing that was present. Now the spray, I think that honestly, unless you're in it for the smell and you're like, wow, I love the packaging, the smell again, it is an amazing smell. I really like it. The spray works very nice, but if you want to save that extra $2 and get the original, you can. I don't have any issues with this though. It's nice. It applies well. No issues again, but it just smells fantastic, but only if you like that smell. Now the brush set for me, I believe this was what, like $42-ish, something like that. And as far as getting 10 brushes, they work out to be just over $4 a brush. That's not a bad deal conventionally. I think when it comes down to his brush sets though, it all depends on if you will use the brushes in the kit. When I bought his original set, I was super skeptical, thought I would hate it, and I actually really enjoyed it. The eyebrow brush, which you do get one in this kit as well, his eyebrow brush is really, really nice, so I know I like that. I know that I like the ones that I use today that are on the fluffier side. So I guess for these, it all kind of boils down to if you like the look, the aesthetic, the packaging, and the profiles of the brush, you could really enjoy these. The bag for me, I'm kind of like, man, like, do we need another bag? No, not in my opinion anyways. It's not a bad bag. I just feel like instead of the bag, you could have given me like 1 or 2 more brushes and I'd have been happier with that. Of course, I do want to hear from you all down below. Let me know your thoughts, opinions on the collection. Were you curious? Were you not? I had a ton of requests from you guys to review this, so I hope that you liked it. I hope you liked the eye look and everything that came along with it. Again, be sure to leave me your thoughts down below. Don't forget to check me out on Instagram and on Twitter. They are both linked down in the description. And if you haven't done so yet, you can also subscribe and turn on your post notifications here on the wonderful world of YouTube, because I do upload, as I'm sure you've noticed by now, 5 videos a week. That is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. They go up bright and early between 6 and 7 a.m. my time here in Northern Michigan. And y'all, it is new makeup, current makeup, old makeup, what we love, what we don't love. It is everything revolving the wonderful world of makeup and just what we're thinking about it. So subscribe, turn on your post notifications, and you guys, that is it. Thank you all so much for watching. Please do not forget to have a great day, night, weekend, whatever it is when you're watching this, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Haha, it is just, oh, it is just so bad. I'm feeling myself. I can't reach my Diet Coke. I'm sad. Okay, hello. Where's my glitter glue? Hello. You're being rude. I do not appreciate your insolence. Do 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 do. Mana do do do. Mana do 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 do. Okay, goodbye. That was rude, but whatever. It's fine. I'm just gonna cry myself to sleep.